AITA for not pleading with my stepdad to change his mind about walking me down the aisle? I, 25F, asked my stepdad to walk me down the aisle and do a father/daughter dance with me at my wedding and he said yes. Now, I did this because I knew and was told enough times that he would love to do it and would be hurt if I didn't ask him because he's been my stepdad for 17 years. I didn't really want it to be him. But I knew it meant a lot to him and he has tried to be a second dad to me and he loves me, I know, and he has done a lot for me too. I just don't consider him my dad or even my primary father figure. That goes to my paternal uncle. But he's also a great husband to my mom and dad to my half-brothers. So I asked him despite him not being who I would prefer. And he was so happy. This did not ask long. About a week after he said yes he asked me when I had decided to let him do it because I always implied heavily it would either be mom or my uncle. The question caught me off guard and I told him when I realized it meant so much to him. My answer upset him and he asked me what I meant by it meaning so much to him. Didn't it mean something to me? I told him I was glad I could honor what he has done for me. But again that wasn't what he wanted to hear. He asked me did I ask him because I wanted him or because I felt like I had to. I asked him if that really mattered and he said yes. He told me he thought I had finally come around to accepting him as a second dad. Then he went on a rant about how for years he knew I never considered him a potential father of the bride and that I had put so many people before him for who could do the duties of a father of the bride. He said it always broke him when I got sad about dad not being able to do it because he liked to think I would see that I had an option that was just as special in him. But he said clearly I don't want him to do it and so he won't. He told me he wasn't going to walk me down the aisle or do a father/daughter dance with me if I didn't genuinely want him to, because he's not taking a pity ask. A couple of weeks after this my mom told me how hurt my stepdad is and how he had expected me to plead with him to change his mind. We talked and she said she understood because my feelings had always been the same on him but she wanted me to know that she would say no if I asked her to do it now because it would destroy her husband. It's been a couple more weeks since then and my stepdad approached me while we were at a family member's house and he told me how angry and hurt he was that I had not asked him to reconsider. He thought I would have a real change of heart after hearing how hurt he was. I told him I couldn't change how I feel and given he didn't want to do it unless I truly wanted him to, I felt it was best not to beg or plead. He told me he deserved to be pleaded to after all the years he's been treating me like I'm his daughter. AITA?